in Christ. These Christians are like, I've done the church thing and it's not working. Let me tell you, he said faith. That's when you realize the good things that you have in Christ, which is the relationships, it's the people, it's being excited about growing and becoming and helping others become what they can through Christ. We need to understand that the things we just said, these 4 things, are what motivate us to keep going. These are the things that if we keep our focus on, that we won't get off course. But how do you do it? And let me tell you, you weren't born knowing how to do this. You weren't. Some people are nicer to other people and they're easy to connect and all this stuff, and we know these people, and sometimes we're like, oh, that's not me. And we feel like that, and it's like, oh, it's their job to do it because they have that gift. No, God said it's for everyone. So what we want to talk about today is how the Crossings equips members to share their faith. How is it that we're supposed to do this? Because like I said, you weren't born with it. So a passage that we're going to go back to again and again in this is Mark 3:13 and 15 through 15. It says this. It says, Jesus went up on a mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him, designating them apostles. They're the apostles that we hear about, that they might be with him and that he might send them out to preach. So his mission to the guys that were closer to him was to show them and then to send them out to share their faith with others. So what does that mean for us here at the Crossings thousands of years later? That the Crossings provides equipping to each of its members by 4 different things. And I know I messed up the numbering on some of it, so I'm sorry if you have on the other page 6, 7, and 8. That's not what it was supposed to be, like just correct it. So we're starting with number 1. So how do we do it? What is it that we provide here for you? Is that by calling our members, by calling them to really follow Jesus. By calling them to really follow Jesus. And that's what Jesus said. That's how you learn. He said in Mark 4:19, "Come follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." And he was saying this because it was a group of fishermen that he was calling. And that's what they understood. He's like, look, you're not going to fish for these fish, those stinky fish anymore. It's going to be to stinky people. No, like to people, right? We're gonna have people now that we're going to go after. And that's what he wanted us to do. So in each of these points, there's going to be a part that says, my part. And I want you to take this to heart. These are the things that you can do, that you're supposed to do. So that my part as a follower of Christ in this is that I commit to my calling completely. That I commit to my calling completely. What is that about? In Luke 5:11 it says this. So they pulled their boats up on shore, left everything, and followed him. This was after he said that they were going to make him fishers of men. He called them to him. And he said, and they said, well, okay, let's pull our boats up here and do this. They were fishermen. That was their career. And I know there's a comedian that was saying that, like, hey, of course they're going to go. Who wants to fish, right? Who wants to be in the sun all day? Yeah, follow you. Yeah, I'll do it. But it wasn't that simple, and they had a lot that they had to go through. But one thing that we see that they did is that they dropped everything. That was their career. They dropped everything and followed him. Let me ask you this. If you're a follower of Christ, what have you given up to follow Christ? What have you given up? And I understand that I'm looking here at people, and I know of things that you gave up. A lot of people have given up a lot, and I'm proud of you for it. But let me tell you, since then, since you committed your life in baptism to him,